Picture this. It's 6:47 p.m. You're stuck in traffic. Again, the same highway, the same red brake lights stretching for miles. But somewhere across town, someone steps into their backyard, straps in, and lifts off. No runway, no airport, no traffic, just sky. This isn't a movie. This isn't 2050. This is happening right now. Today, I'm going to show you 8 flying machines that already exist, vehicles that could turn your daily commute, your weekend trip, even emergency rescues into something out of science fiction. From backpack helicopters to hybrid jets that skip airports entirely. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the future of transportation isn't coming, it's already taking off. Let's start with something that looks ripped straight from a Marvel movie. This is the Gravity Industries Jetsuit. 5 miniature jet engines, 2 on each arm, 1 on the back, generating over 1,000 horsepower combined. Top speed, 85 miles per hour. Flight ceiling, 12,000 feet. And yes, a real human being is inside that thing. The man behind it is Richard Browning, a former Royal Marine turned inventor. He didn't wait for a company to build Iron Man. He became Iron Man. But here's where it gets serious. In 2020, the Great North Air Ambulance in the UK tested this suit for mountain rescues. A paramedic flew to a simulated casualty site in 90 seconds. The same trip on foot? 25 minutes. That's not a gimmick. That's life or death measured in minutes. And rescue isn't the only use case. Gravity has partnered with the Royal Navy for ship-to-ship boarding and with oil companies for offshore inspections, where helicopters are too expensive and climbing is too slow. So the question isn't, can humans fly anymore? It's, what happens when flying becomes a job skill? If the jet suit is Iron Man, this is something even wilder. The Flyboard Air, a standing platform powered by 5 jet turbines, generating 1,500 horsepower. No wings, no cockpit, just a man standing on fire. In 2019, Frankie inventor Frankie Zapata flew this machine across the English Channel, 22 miles of open water. Top speed, 106 miles per hour. Flight time, just over 20 minutes. He refueled once, mid-air, on a boat. The French military watched that flight, and they wrote a check. Zapata's company received 1.3 million euros in funding from the French armed forces. The goal? Develop this into a tactical transport device for special operations. Imagine crossing a river, a rooftop, a battlefield in seconds. No helicopter, no runway, just up. But here's the catch. Both the jet suit and the flyboard require serious skill. You can't just buy one and fly home, unless you could. Meet the Copter pack, a backpack with helicopter blades that actually flies. 2 counter-rotating rotors powered by electric motors. Total weight, under 50 pounds. Flight time, around 15 minutes. Top speed, roughly 60 miles per hour. It won't replace your car, but it will fit in your garage. The company behind it, Copter Pack Australia, is positioning this for search and rescue, agricultural inspections, last-mile delivery in remote areas. Think about a paramedic strapping this on and flying directly to a hiker who broke their leg on a trail. No roads, no waiting, just go. But here's where it gets even more accessible. The Jetson 1. If any vehicle on this list deserves the title Flying Car for Everyone, it's this one. 8 electric motors, redundant systems, meaning if one fails, you keep flying. Top speed, 63 miles per hour. Flight time, 20 minutes. And the learning curve, 5 minutes. That's not marketing. Jetson built an AI-assisted flight system so intuitive that complete beginners can hover within minutes of strapping in. No pilot's license required, at least in the US, because it's classified as an ultralight. You can legally fly this in your backyard. And here's the number that matters most. Over $300 million in pre-orders, sold out until 2025. People aren't just watching the future anymore, they're buying it. But personal recreation is one thing. What about when flying becomes part of serious infrastructure, law enforcement, military, even sport. The Hoversurf S3, a single-seat hoverbike built for police and military applications. Top speed, 60 miles per hour, flight ceiling, 16 feet, range 10 to 25 minutes depending on payload. Dubai's police force has already tested these for crowd monitoring and rapid response, and the Russian company behind it, Hoversurf, is in talks with defense agencies worldwide. But if flying vehicles are entering law enforcement, they're also entering entertainment. This is the Airspeeder Mark III, purpose-built for the world's first electric flying car racing series. Top speed, 75 miles per hour, and climbing, 96 kilowatts of power, full carbon fiber construction, and eventually, pilots inside. Right now, the races are remotely piloted, but the goal is clear: manned air racing within 5 years. Imagine Formula One, but in 3 dimensions. So we've seen flying suits, boards, backpacks, personal aircraft, and now racing leagues. But what happens when cities start designing for this? The pivotal helix. Backed by Larry Page, yes, the Google co-founder, this ultralight is designed for one thing: making personal flight normal. Top speed, 100 miles per hour. Range, 20 miles. And like the Jetson 1, no pilot's license required. In the US, the AI handles stability, obstacle avoidance, and emergency landing. Your job? Point it where you want to go. Pivotal isn't just selling a vehicle. They're building infrastructure. They've announced plans for flight networks. Think of them as vertiports in major cities within the next decade. But there's one vehicle on this list that doesn't just change how you travel. It could change how everyone travels. And then there's this, the XTI Trifan 600, a hybrid electric VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing, that combines the best of 3 worlds: helicopter, airplane, and private jet. It takes off like a helicopter, straight up, no runway. Then it tilts its fans and flies like a plane at over 300 miles per hour. Range, over 750 miles on a single tank. Seating, 6 passengers plus pilot. A trip from New York to Boston, roughly 4 hours by car. By Trifan 600, 90 minutes. Door to door. No airport security, no traffic, no delays. XTI is already in talks with air taxi operators. Their vision? A future where you book a flight the way you book an Uber, where the distance between cities shrinks, not because roads get faster, but because roads become optional. This isn't about rich people buying toys. This is about rewriting the geography of daily life, and that is the real revolution. 8 vehicles, 8 different visions, but one shared truth: the line between ground and sky is dissolving. Some of these will stay niche, tools for rescue teams, thrills for adrenaline junkies. But others might change where we live, how we work, and what distance even means. 100 years ago, the car reshaped civilization, roads, suburbs, supply chains, all built around the assumption that we move on the ground. What happens when that assumption lifts off? Maybe you'll never own a Jetson. Maybe the Trifan 600 stays out of reach. But somewhere, right now, someone is flying to work. And the question isn't if this future arrives. The question is, when it does, will you be ready? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want to see more technology that's rewriting the rules, you know what to do.